What's up, Internet? This is the 84th Wolf.
Obsidian Melody.
And welcome back to Wolf Watches. Today is the next episode of RWBY Volume 5. This is Episode 4, Lighting the Fire. Okay, well, there's a lot of stuff that we are anticipating. We've been talking about it for the past couple days. And, okay, so usually how Rooster Teeth works is that they do, do an episode of, either the main group or two characters, and then they flop over to the next two characters, unless it's something really major that they need to focus on that they don't feel like they should change abruptly.
Mm-hmm.
So far, they've been pretty good about that. So the next episode is probably going to be Yang and Weiss, because last time it was Blake and Team Ranger. And seeing how Weiss is captured, and Yang is on her way to see Mom, this might be the time that Yang and Weiss will meet up.
Mm-hmm.
And when that happens, how is Yang going to react, seeing how one of her former teammates is stuck in a cage?
Mm-hmm.
So, I have a feeling there's going to be some fighting.
I don't know. I mean, Raven's going to be like, you can't beat me, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. And then, but I'm looking for, and then just the fact that Ozpin is training Ranger, so maybe we'll see something with that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not going to be this episode, it's definitely going to be the next one.
Oh, I hope it's this episode.
I hope it's this episode too. It'd be so much fun. Yeah, I really can't control myself. It's super exciting. And then I saw something on the Mino app the other day about how they didn't think that Blake was going to be in Mistral because everyone else is either on their way there or they are there, and it's just a matter of time before they meet up. But Blake hasn't been doing anything, and we discussed this a little bit in the last episode. I came up with two since then. One is the one that we discussed that you said that there was maybe a time gap.
Mm-hmm.
But I meant to do this, but I never did. But I haven't seen the episode again, so I can't remember if that's how they phrased it or something.
Mm-hmm.
But going back to that later. But there's the other thing that I noticed that Gira said that he had sent a messenger to Mistral to warn them about this. So my theory is that he will send Blake and Sun to make sure nothing happens to that messenger, or the messenger has already been killed and they're the next best people.
Yes, to deliver the message.
Right. So
and that's
eventually they will get to Mistral.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I think it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
But we all know how Rooster Teeth likes to bamboozle us.
Oh, God. Bamboozling is their middle name. What are you excited for?
I want more Ozpin.
You want more Ozpin?
That's just the bottom line. More Ozpin.
So should we start calling him Oscar?
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 Yes.
Okay, so
I've already been doing that.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into the episode. This again is Lighting the Fire. And kick-ass music.
I really want this soundtrack to be out now. So we can get the full 5-minute version.
Besides the music, what's the coolest thing about the intro that you like?
I'll get back to you on that one. I've rewatched this again.
Yeah, one thing, it's very small, but I just like the way that the animation is shot and acted. But the little scene that's coming up with Blake and Ilya, and they're fighting and she's dodging and stuff, I think that was beautifully animated.
Oh, one of the things I did see that I really liked was in the scene where Yang is shown fighting Mercury again. Oh
yeah, that's gonna be, that's just one of those things. It's I can't wait for that to happen. But this right here.
Yes.
For some reason, I really like that bit of animation.
What I really liked was someone who posted a comment, I believe, on the YouTube video version of episode 3, where they were like, I wanted to play out this way, where Yang fights Mercury. She delivers the final blow. The smoke clears, and all you see are his metal legs. And he looks at her and he goes, "You're not the only one who has to deal with."
How much further, pal?
This.
This
All right,
just
that's
about
kind of
do it.
interesting.
And I just really want to see this.
You wait here. I'll go up ahead and make sure the coast is clear.
So this is a trap, right?
Sure.
I think she already knows. Her costume.
There's too many pockets on this costume.
Yeah, there's too many
Or
pockets.
too little. Who designed this?
I can't believe you were dumb enough to let me lead you here.
Is this everyone?
Yes, little lady. This is it.
Oh, take him on.
Unless you count the whole rest of the camp back that way.
She's just gonna beat the shit out of him and keep
That
going.
Yes, that way.
I like that gun that is also a sword.
Good to know.
But doesn't transform.
Thanks.
Now to pay me back for this tooth, we're gonna take your bike.
Oh,
You're
no
gonna
one
take your
messes with
bumps.
Bumblebee.
I want them to find out that she's the daughter of Raven. And be like, oh, we're sorry.
You got the jump on me last time, sweetheart. You really ought to think twice about fighting all...
I mean, I knew it was attached, but dear God, that's awesome.
Get her!
Damn. Look at her face. She's not even trying.
She's having a training with them, probably.
Probably, yeah. Oh, that's painful. Who loads their gun with one bullet? Unless it's jammed. Then that makes sense.
I assume it's jammed. It's a pistol, but it also has a knife on the bottom. That's where she is.
It's also a knife. A knifeful.
A knife.
Oh, but she's still got the shakes.
That's good character
Are
development.
It doesn't even matter. When Raven finds out what you did, you're dead.
Possibly, but I doubt it. I'm her daughter, after all.
Oh shit.
I'm...
And there it was.
Oh! We're already at Oscar fighting.
Man, Oz wasn't kidding. Oscar's picking up on this stuff fast.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Yes! I did it!
What was the ship? Rose Garden?
You
Yeah.
forgot to engage your aura.
Looks like Rose Garden
Why didn't you
gonna
tell
happen.
me? Because this method makes you less likely to forget. Mind if I give it a shot?
Oh no.
Not bad, Miss Rose. But Oscar doesn't have the years of training that you do. Or I do.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Maybe we should take a break.
Oh, that was still pretty good for Oscar.
I think this is just Osmond's excuse to beat up on the kids. Causing them trouble.
Ouch.
The next time you want to throw a left cross, remember to push off with the appropriate foot. And as always, do be aware of any openings.
Got it! Huh? Hey, are you okay?
How's this so exhausting?
Your body isn't used to this kind of training. not to mention generating a defensive aura on your own. It takes intense concentration at first, but in time it will become second nature, allowing you to deflect attacks and gradually heal your wounds. After that, you can begin focusing on your semblance, whatever that may be.
Semblance?
You know, like your very own superpower. Everybody's got one. It's just a matter of finding it and mastering it. Ruby moves super fast. Electricity makes me stronger. Ren can mask emotions, and John can...
No, we don't know yet.
He's John.
I can't do it.
John's like you. He hasn't found his semblance yet, but we all know he will. And you will too. We all just have to try and help each other get stronger.
Cool. A common philosophy is that a warrior's semblance is a part of who they are. Some say your personality and character can define your semblance, while some claim that it's the other way around. Of course, there are still many who don't see a connection at all.
It's hard to know when you know sometimes. Ren's semblance was unlocked from intense stress, and mine kicked in during training one day.
What about you?
Oh, struck by lightning.
I saw that coming.
Crazy Thursday.
I just don't understand what's wrong with me. I train, I meditate.
Don't worry, Mr. Ark. Your journey is
It's
far
gonna be
from
so
over. And the same might be said
weird.
for all of you. Unlocking your semblance isn't the end.
Hey, Oscar, how's it going?
Still grow and
I
evolve.
am Ozpin. I have more
Providing you're
experience
willing
than
to
you,
put
and
in
I'm 3 feet
Who knows
shorter.
what could happen?
Then let's get
I
back
kind
to
of feel
it.
like Ozpin, like, since he combines with the other, or assimilates with the other consciousness, so I assume their souls do as well, he gains the semblances that the others have had before him.
Well, that's what we think, but I mean, Ozpin didn't correct them when they said that like semblances carry over and stuff. So maybe he doesn't. Maybe Ozpin's was strictly like time dilation to the extreme. Go, little knight. Go slit their throats. It is just so cool. It all comes down to this. There she is. Hey, Mom.
Mom. Yang. So, after all this time, you finally decided to visit me.
You kind of made it difficult.
You know that I searched for you. I spent years looking for you. And you found me. You were patient, determined, and strong enough to make your dream a reality. Well done, Yang. But did you have to be so rough with my men?
I didn't want a fight. They started it.
Well, you certainly finished it. Right. I'm sure this is all very overwhelming, but I must admit that you've proven yourself. So any questions you have, I'll be happy to answer. You can stay with us tonight. I'll even have the cooks whip up something for you.
That's not why I'm here.
What was that?
I'm not here for you. Ruby is somewhere in Mistral. She's with Crow and she's going to need my help. I just need you to take me to her.
And why would I do that?
Because we're family.
Family. Only coming around when they need something. I have to say, I'm disappointed. After all, you found me, didn't you? Why not take that drive and use it to find your little sister if she really means that much to you?
Because you're going to save me time. Ruby was heading to Mistral, but there's no guarantee she's made it there. Looking for her in Anima could take ages. But Dad told me how your semblance works.
Oh.
You could bond to certain people. And when you do, you could create a portal that takes you straight to them.
So that's
You've
how it
got
goes.
one for Dad, one for me, and you've got one for Crow. He promised me he'd watch out for Ruby before he left. And I trust him.
That's neat.
So,
Very
make
limited,
a portal
but
to my
neat.
uncle and sister, and I'll be on my way.
You know, it takes real strength to march in here and demand such a favor of me. I've got to say, I'm impressed.
To be fair,
It's very noble to want to help out your sister.
you owe her one.
But if she's with Crow, then she's already a lost cause.
What does that mean?
You don't want to get mixed up in all of that, Yang. Ozpin is not the man you think he is, and Crow is a fool for trusting him. I would know. I trusted him once, too.
I don't care what you think.
Your
I
choice
can't
is
wait
your
for
own.
Yang to look over and be like, "Where'd
All
you
I'm
get that
suggesting
sword?"
is that instead of getting wrapped up in something too big for you, for any of us, that maybe you take a moment to wonder if you're already where you belong.
Save your breath. You could spout off whatever you want, but nothing is going to keep me from my sister.
Oh, aren't you stubborn?
I get it from my mom.
Ooh.
Well, if that's how you feel, then it sounds like we're done here. Take her away.
Oh, it's gonna be a bigger fight now.
Did you not hear me? I said, send me to Crow, damn it!
That's enough! You watch your mouth in front of our leader!
Make me.
Yang is pissed off.
Even her own mother, you know.
I mean, oh shit. That's just gonna make her more angry.
Yang?
Weiss?
That confused. What?
Oh.
All right, well, subtlety is out.
Oh, yes! He's like, oh shit.
What was this song?
What is that?
Don't worry about it. What are you doing here?
Well, that's my mom, and she could take us to Ruby.
Your mom kidnapped me? You kidnapped her?
Well, we haven't actually seen Yang and Weiss fight, really. Ooh, what was that?
Enough!
Oh, Spring Maiden.
Thank you.
Oh,
If you
Vernal.
people don't keep it
Vernal,
together,
yeah.
this place will be crawling with Grimm. Give the girl her weapon back.
Oh, that's disappointing.
You two, in my tent. Now.
Why?
If you're really going after your sister, then you need to know the truth.
I feel like they're gonna stop it right after this.
Come on.
Sorry about...
Oh.
I missed you so much.
I missed you too.
Great, and now all the
Freezer burn. fans.
Freezer Bird fans go nuts. They're fucking friends. Not they're fucking as friends, but they're
The
friends.
Oxford comma is very important.
Yes. Oh, damn it. Oh, I wanted to see this massive fight, but you know what? It was a good episode.
I want to hear this truth.
Yeah, really. Of course they weren't going to do it this... But still, I wanted to see at least some fighting combination between Yang and Weiss. That would have been so cool. God damn it, Rooster Teeth, for cock blocking.
I mean, remember they did it in Volume 2.
They do it in every
Well,
episode.
the last time I remember Yang and Weiss fighting together and using, a combo attack together that really stuck was Volume 2 against Roman in the mech.
Yeah.
Volume 3 really wasn't.
It was mostly one-on-one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They got paired off against
Neon
Cat and
Twinkle.
Flint.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So maybe we'll see them fight.
Maybe
together.
But by the sound of it, I think that they're going to hear this news. But of course, they're going to, because they're
RWBY.
Because of RWBY, they're just going to be like, nope, this is what's going to happen. And the portal appears. They go through it. They find Crow. They get together. It's fucking awesome. And who knows where Blake is going to go.
And then Lionheart's going to screw everyone over.
And then Lionheart's going to screw everyone over. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's gonna be neat. The only other thing I can imagine happening is that Raven somehow, with the Spring Maiden, keeps Weiss and Yang captured at the fort, and then that's when Crow and the rest go and rescue them, essentially.
I assume that sounds more plausible than her actually letting them go. She's just biding her time to get them to stay.
Yeah, but the only two people that apparently could, they only have two advantages: the Spring Maiden, Raven being as strong as she is, and I guess the third one would be strength in numbers. But again,
we saw how easily Yang just took out, what was it, like 8 of their guys?
Yeah, there's that, and then just the fact that Raven doesn't want a fight because it will bring Grimm. So she might just let them go, but the only other way would be the way that we just described.
So, I mean, Vernal seems like she's kind of...
I mean, we haven't seen her fight, but she seems pretty confident.
Well, she seems a little cocky about her abilities, probably because she is the maiden.
Yeah, she is the maiden, and she probably has full control of her powers now.
And that's what, she left because she didn't, so Raven probably helped with that.
Yeah, and just the fact that, I mean, they're bandits, so they probably didn't... They've had fights before, but probably nothing, like, super tough. So, yeah,
they just raided villages and maybe dealt with the occasional Grimm.
Or the occasional Grimm and the occasional Huntsman, but I mean,
Raven could deal with the Huntsman, probably.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, and the Spring Maiden could probably deal with Huntsman, too, but I don't think that she's had a good fight. So, she might actually be kind of inexperienced. And the only way that she wouldn't be is if Raven herself taught her, which is a possibility.
Very possible.
So what do you think, based on Oscar's personality?
His semblance?
Yeah. Do you have any idea? Like, the only thing I can think of, just because Nora just said superpower, so I'm thinking of, like, crazy shit, is, like, he can control plants. Kind of like poison ivy.
I kind of had... See, when you asked me that question just now, that's kind of what I thought about, and I go, no, that's not plausible enough.
Yeah, it's not plausible, but
he grew up on a farm, and...
Yeah, he's a farmer. He's peaceful.
He's like Lord Sequin from Fairy Tale.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah. We don't know how implausible semblances are. Yeah, bad luck is a semblance.
Bonding to a person, and you can create portals to that person.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not completely out there, but it is definitely one of the ones that are out there. Although I have to say, when they were talking about how they discovered their semblance, I knew Nora was going to say that she got struck by lightning. How else would she discover it? She'd stick a fork in an electric outlet?
I was just about to say that. I really was.
Oh. But if anyone could have been struck by lightning, it would be fucking Nora.
Oh, did you see that post I sent you about the Blake being Cinder?
Oh yeah, that fan theory. That is...
God.
When you sent that to me, you knew that there was no chance in hell, right?
I was hoping not. It's a fan theory. It's
a fan theory that since Blake uses shadow clones, that she's been using a clone of herself while she's Cinder, but
she's actually dead.
Yeah,
or something.
I mean, it's really crazy. But the thing was, like, they based that whole thing because of the assumption that Cinder would have been really pissed that Adam initially turn down the White Fang, so she happened to run across Blake and kill her and take her place after she ran away. But that's just like so many assumptions and stuff. There's so many assumptions. I mean, I'm not going to say to the guy that it's a dumb theory. I'm just saying that
it's well
our initial
placed.
reaction was like, this seems very contrived. So
I think that's what a lot of people thought.
yeah, but anyway, good episode, lots of fun. Can't wait for the next one.
I need more music and more Oscar.
Oscar.
I really want to know if because the melding of souls, because I assume they meld souls.
Yeah.
I wonder if because it's probably like the Maiden's power, they were gonna, do with Pyrrha, they were gonna meld their power, so Pyrrha was gonna have her.
Well, this one was this one was a power granted by God. So one that Ironwood did was man-made, essentially.
Yes, but I mean, who knows if it follows the same rule or not? So it very well could.
Yeah, there's one theory that I have. I've said it a dozen times on this channel, so I'll tell you it later. But that kind of like describes what you're saying. But anyway, I'll tell you about that later. But until then, just trying to... So I'm guessing that the news that Raven's going to pass down to Yang and Weiss is the whole thing that Crow's been telling him about.
More or less.
Yeah.
I can see that happening. So...
Because they don't know that yet, so I assume that's what she's going to tell him.
Or she could be telling something, her variation of the truth, I guess.
Well, yeah, it would be her variation of it, and
she could leave out whatever she wanted, or
yeah, I have a feeling she won't leave out much, just because she wants to convince them, but
obviously that's probably not, because
but obviously the story's going to be influenced by her because she left, so we'll just have to see. But yeah, she's probably going to tell him about Salem and stuff like that. What do you think of her as just Yang, her and Yang's interaction?
I feel like she's very unhappy with Yang and how Yang is having her life choices played out in front of her. So I assume she's not very happy with the way Yang's doing things.
Well, just not necessarily that, but just like her... I guess what I'm talking about is like... Yang finally gets there, and like Raven has a mixture of pride and annoyance, sort of, and I don't know what she wants Yang to do. Like I assume, but the way that she talked, it kind of sounded like she wanted her to grow up to be strong enough to find her and then stay with her. But I don't see how... I mean, obviously it's from her perspective. I don't see how she could have done that and just been like, oh, yeah, she'll just join up and everything will be fine.
Yeah, I totally just didn't leave for...
Yeah. for 18 years.
Well, I hear it about. No, did I send you that photo of the... No, it was something I watched this morning. It was some old comic, and... Crow's like, hey, here's a gift, and Taeyang's like, what is this for? And he goes,
I've seen
Father's
that.
Day.
You haven't said that to me, but I have seen that. Yeah,
I watched it with a buddy.
And it's like, here, have a baby.
And he's like, here, have a baby.
It's from Raven.
Like,
okay.
Taeyang's like, well,
yeah. But anyway, so it's a weird interaction between the two because Yang obviously.
They're polar opposites, essentially, it seems.
Yeah, they seem to be polar opposites, but Yang, it's like, I don't know, she for so long she's been wanting to find her mother, and she finally does, but she finds her to find Ruby.
Yes.
It's not, and it's kind of weird, because she should be happy that she finally found her mom, but it's like between volumes 3 and 5, she's become disillusioned with finding her and just kind of accepted that, she says, this is the relationship that I have with my mom, and it's not going to get any better. But how can I find Ruby the quickest way possible? She's with Crow. This is how her semblance work. I will go there, and hopefully, I can guilt her. I can
convince her.
Yeah, I can guilt her or something along those lines into doing this one thing for me, and then I'm not going to bother with her ever again.
Yeah, well, that seems right.
So it's a very interesting family dynamic, to say the least.
There was one thing that I did notice, because there's the whole thing about what happened to Summer, and they brought up the whole how her bonding to people and being able to open a portal to them. Wouldn't Summer be in that grouping, but she's dead?
I don't know. Well, actually, that kind of brings up an interesting idea. Because she's dead, does that power still there? And in that case, does she go visit Summer's grave sometimes? That'd be interesting. Or does it... Because she definitely did it when they were teammates. Because they were teammates. And apparently they,
Or
I don't know
she
about...
didn't.
Or she didn't.
That's what I was trying to get at, was did she or did she not? Because they didn't really... bring it up.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, one would assume because they were all on the same team. But, just because you're on the same team doesn't mean that you like each other.
Exactly.
Kind of like how Weiss and RWBY were at first.
So that's kind of the thing I got between that was the...
That would make a really good fanfic story. That'd be interesting. Alright, well, I mean, that's enough theorizing for one video. But... hopefully next episode, I'm trying to think. We're probably going to visit Blake next episode.
Blake and maybe a bit more of Team Ranger.
Yeah, a bit more Team Ranger. And maybe they'll touch on Weiss and Yang.
They'll probably do a quick run through of Weiss and Yang and then go into everybody else.
Yeah, and then it'll end with Yang and Weiss going through the portal or something. That would be so cool. And a cock block. But so cool.
Bamboozled again.
Yeah, bamboozled again. I gotta say, Rooster Teeth are the worst people when it comes to anticipation. Every episode that they do, it's like, oh, we're gonna do this next time.
And on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly.
Screaming intensifies.
Screaming intensifies. I used to watch Dragon Ball Z in the old version in the old days, until it took them 3 episodes of them just standing in a field waiting for Goku. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not watching this anymore.
What am I doing in my life?
Yeah, I'm watching people waiting for something to happen.
I watched a guy scream for 10 episodes.
Okay, that's enough. We need to cut it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of RWBY Volume 5, Episode 4. And until next time, this is the A4th Wolf.
An Obsidian.
And we'll see you guys next time.